Hello, 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 and welcome back to Fallout 76 and the thrilling wasteland adventures of Old Man McRib, everyone's favorite geriatric cannibal ninja in a bathrobe, as we run around the wasteland completing the new Steel Dawn quest line, making as many evil or terrible choices as we can, killing as many human NPCs as we can, and occasionally having them for breakfast. Today we're going to continue our quest line by going and talking to Knight Shin to find out about some more weapons that have been making their way around the wasteland. We'll see what he needs us to do and proceed from there. Remember, if you like videos like this one, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. We always have fun with this series, and there's always a lot more to come on the channel. All right, enough with the chit-chat. Let's head back inside Fort Atlas, find the also always grumpy Knight Shin, and see what this guy wants us to do next.
You're here. Good. To review the current situation, one of our patrols located a cache of dangerous weapons in a raider storeroom. Stolen Brotherhood weapons, no less. Your assignment is to secure the storeroom for the Brotherhood, and the weapons along with it. I'll put together a squad and meet you there. But given the situation, it's imperative you arrive there as soon as possible. Any questions, Initiate?
Yeah, you know, what is it that why do you care so much about these weapons, Knight Shin?
Care? Are you insinuating this is a personal matter? I am carrying out the Brotherhood's mission. The reason our logo is on those weapons is because we swore to keep them out of civilian hands. Now it's time to fix our mistake.
All right, tough guy. So how do we handle these raiders?
Paladin Romani forbids engagement without warning. So, we will attempt to speak to them when we arrive. That being said, the raiders have already made it clear they're determined to be our enemies, stealing supplies, ambushing patrols, using Brotherhood weapons to terrorize the region. If they are unwilling to cooperate, we will put our foot down. So be prepared for combat.
Yeah, this seems like an awful lot of work to do for you. What if I just don't feel like fighting the raiders?
I'm not sure why you wouldn't want to. They're a menace to Appalachia. But if you have some way of negotiating with them, that's on you. I'm sure Paladin Romani would appreciate a non-violent solution.
Yeah, I'm sure she would, but I wouldn't, so I guess I'll go ahead and secure the storeroom for you.
One last thing. We need to confirm the weapon's source. I find it unlikely the raiders will be willing to talk until after we send them a very clear message. If any of them are still alive after that, we can question them. But priority one is securing the weapons they already have. That will be all. Dismissed.
Got it. Find secret storeroom, kill raiders, eat raiders, take weapons, ask questions later. That's my plan. Let's see if we can accomplish it that way. Let's head up to the Ash Heap and find the secret storeroom. On our way up, we do encounter some raiders by a makeshift stage.
Looting ain't easy when you gotta force your way in. Hey, I could really use some bobby pins.
You need some bobby pins, huh? Well, what's in it for me?
Look, I'm not unreasonable. You'll get your slice of the pie. Don't worry about that.
Well, I'll get my slice of the pie, all right. I might be able to help you out.
As many as I can get my hands on. What do you got on you?
I'll give you 20 bobby pins. I've got plenty of them laying around. I never use them for anything.
I appreciate it. These are gonna last me a while if I'm careful. Oh, here's your fair share.
Well, they're not really going to last you that long because, this is kind of what I do. We're going to go through the dialogue and get the reward, but we got another raider here, nothing our walking cane can't handle. And now it's time for lunch. Yes, indeed. I realized in our last episode that we were a little bit short on the cannibalism, so, we'll make up for it here. Sadly, these are not the raiders we needed to find, so we'll have to continue looking. We'll proceed to the south, looking for the secret storeroom. Eventually, we will make our way to a new location that's called the Makeshift Vault. It's just a red door in the side of a cliff, and we can go ahead and head inside and see what we can do with these raiders. Sadly, preemptive strikes with a Hellstorm missile launcher don't actually seem to have an effect. They must be protected at this point. We'll take a couple of shots, but as we get a little closer, the conversation begins.
Well, looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you? Didn't know they were working with run-of-the-mill average wastelanders. Thought they wanted you strapped into one of those tin cans round the clock. It's wrong of me to judge by appearances, though. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Who I am is none of your damn business.
Can't argue with that. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly curious about all the heavily armored personnel who just showed up behind you.
This vault and all material goods within are hereby under possession of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, I'm disappointed. Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch as Mr. Compliance over there?
Yeah, you know, thinking about things, just ignore everything this tin can said. You can actually keep the vault and the weapons. Sorry for interrupting your day. I'll just go on my way. I don't really care what you do.
What kind of a joke are you playing, Initiate? This is unacceptable. We've given you a chance to comply. Now clear out, or we'll clear you out ourselves.
So be it. You've made it clear the Brotherhood only provides two options: blind obedience or violence. You take a wild guess which we would prefer.
And despite my willingness to just let them have all of this and forget the Brotherhood of Steel, the raiders become hostile, and combat ensues. We're going to go ahead and burn through the missiles we have in our Hellstorm missile launcher because why not? Missiles are generally pretty useless, so we'll use the ones we have, see if we can kill all these raiders. We've got one more here. Look how effective that missile launcher is. A direct hit can't even kill an enemy.
The area. Their leader is still breathing. Make sure to question him before he gets away.
So Knight Shin is talking to us and telling us to question the leader before he gets away. Apparently he's not dead. We can question him, hopefully with a cane. I'm not sure where Knight Shin was. I didn't see him, but can we just kill him? Nope, he's protected. We're going to have a conversation.
Looks like things didn't turn out so well for me. Get it over with then.
I'll enjoy killing you as much as I enjoy killing anyone, which is a lot.
We don't conduct ourselves that way, Initiate. If we did, we'd be no better than them. Besides that, we have a secondary objective. Tell us your source for the weaponry.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. You barged in here looking to reclaim your property, only to tell me you don't know where it came from? This is almost too good to make up. I knew my feeling about the Brotherhood was right, but you just keep on confirming it. Here's the thing. I don't talk about Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. That's what this is now, right? If you really want to know, you can let me go and come talk to me in Crater. I deal with reasonable individuals, not an entourage of fascists with their guns pointed at my face.
I don't like it. But we have to let him go. We don't have the resources to waste on holding him prisoner. And Paladin Romani forbids executing enemies who have surrendered.
They call you Knight, don't they? I didn't know that was another word for lapdog.
Our order is held together by the chain that binds. Each link steadfastly supporting the next. It's not something that a lawless worm like you would understand.
You wound me, Knight. In the heart, that is. Since I've surrendered, and you can't touch me anymore.
I've had enough of this. Leave here and don't come back. And let me be clear. There are no orders protecting active trespassers.
Thanks for the tip. I'll add it to my compendium.
To me, for your next orders, Initiate.
And because Pierce is a protected NPC at this point, we can't kill him, so we might as well make our way back over to Knight Shin and see what our next orders are.
We completed the first part of our mission. No thanks to you, Initiate. Your next assignment is to grow a backbone. Don't make me say it again. Moving forward, we still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it.
Oh, Knight Shin, you mistake my apathy for fear. There's a difference. I wasn't afraid, I just didn't care. Are you okay? You seem a little angry.
I thought the raiders were bad enough before that vile cretin opened his mouth. And we just let him. This is off topic, Initiate. Don't ask me a question like that again.
Ah, so tightly wound. Grumpy in a bad way. I'll find out where the weapons came from.
This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread, the more difficult it will be to track down all of them.
And with that, we'll make our way to a new location just outside the crater, called the Crater War Room. This location, I believe, actually did exist before. There just wasn't really anything in it. But now it's populated with NPCs and better lighting, and we get the whole picture. We can make our way inside, go find Pierce, and see if we can learn where these weapons came from. When we first come in, we'll just check the place out. There is a little room off to the side here, a little sleeping quarters with a workbench. We'll take advantage of that and scrap some stuff while we're here. Then we'll make our way back around and have a conversation with Pierce and his raider buddies.
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That Knight acts like some kind of righteous savior.
I told you. And they're only gonna get more confident.
I won't let them. Do we have their patrol routes yet? A couple ambushes ought to take them down a notch.
We'll have to discuss this later. We've got a visitor.
So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel?
Oh, come on now. The tough guy act is wearing thin. You obviously aren't one. You can stop pretending you forget why I'm here and tell me about the weapons.
Oh, right! The weapons! After they got forcibly confiscated from us, I almost forgot about them. See, the thing is, you and your metal buddies put me in a pretty tight spot back there. There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it back to them. So I prioritized a little bit. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed tyrants. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere else.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking about.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake, I'd suggest you don't stick around.
Hey, you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say.
Well, Pierce is useless, so let's see what his friend Sheena has up her sleeve.
Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested?
Hell yeah, I'm interested. I've been waiting for a chance to stick it to those bucket heads.
With that attitude, I'm surprised you're working with them in the first place. But that's your business. I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know.
Sheena, all I really want to know is if you are or are not a punk rocker. You kind of look like one, and that makes me happy. So that's good enough for me. I'm going to leave now and betray the Brotherhood.
Toodles.
And with that, we can head back to Fort Atlas and over to Scribe Valdez's terminal, which you would think they would maybe be paying a little bit of attention to with all of its sensitive information, but, you know, she did give me access to it despite doing a horrible job for her, so, you know, maybe the Brotherhood, maybe their lack of security, we're doing this will teach them a lesson. It's the most chaotic option, so it's what we're going to do. But, you know, maybe they'll learn something about information security once this is all said and done. So once we've downloaded the data to Sheena's holotape, we can go ahead and return to her back at the Crater War Room.
You've got the holotape?
Yes, indeed. Here it is, all loaded up with Brotherhood intel.
Good, thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they earned it in a fight. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons, wasn't it? Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you what I know. With any luck, we won't talk again.
So what you're telling me is even the settlers at Foundation had these weapons?
Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them.
And just to make sure I have information to irritate Knight Shin with, the raiders you got the weapons from, where were they from?
West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. I don't know how much further out they went.
Did your raider friends mention anything else about the fight, particularly anything embarrassing about Knight Shin?
They wouldn't shut up about it, so I learned to tune it out pretty quick. But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. A trophy from the fallen.
All right, Sheena, who may or may not be a punk rocker, that's all I wanted to know.
Don't change your mind. This was a one-time offer, and it's one that neither of us will speak of again.
Whatever you say, Sheena. I have a feeling we'll talk again, but for now, we're going to head back to Fort Atlas, find Knight Shin, and have one last conversation about all this.
I see you returned from Crater. Standing by for your report.
I see you're good at stating the obvious. So, what am I going to get for my efforts, Knight Shin?
You'll get the honor of remaining in service of the Brotherhood. If you don't understand the value in that, then I question your commitment to our order.
So what you're saying is I'm going to get nothing. Thanks for that. Well, anyway, the raiders got the weapons from 2 sources, possibly more.
That's not what I was hoping to hear. All right, tell me about the sources.
A group of raiders traveling from the west said they earned the weapons in a battle.
I see. And are those raiders still at Crater?
Nah, it sounds like they were just visiting.
It can't be helped then. We need to focus on Appalachia for the moment.
Yeah, but I'd rather bother you. Did you come into contact with those raiders?
Without more information, it's impossible to say. We fought plenty of raider groups across the entire expedition route.
Shin, you really mean to tell me that as tightly wound as you are about all of this, we're really just gonna let them go?
I'd like to pursue them as much as you would, Initiate. But those were not our orders from Elder Maxson. We have duties in Appalachia. Ones that we've delayed for long enough as it is.
Yeah. Duty, honor, sacrifice, all that stuff. That's all I got about the raider source.
And the other one.
Oh, the other source is the settlers at Foundation.
Foundation 2. This is bad. Worse than I thought. At this rate, all of Appalachia will be toting these rocket launchers. All because of... Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure. We need to follow up with Foundation as soon as possible.
Knight Shin, you are clearly hiding something. What were you saying about what caused all this? Fess up now, come on.
You don't have clearance for that information, Initiate. Proceed with your report.
Oh, wow, this guy is one tough nut to crack, but, you know, is Foundation really even a concern?
Peaceful or not, civilians should not have access to that kind of technology. It's too easy for things to go wrong. Take the Great War as an example. That catastrophe is the inspiration for our mission today.
All right, well, that's all I have to report about the settler source.
So that's everything. That was a thorough report. The Brotherhood appreciates your diligence looking into this matter. Our next step is to deal with Foundation. Paladin Romani already had plans to establish contact, so she'll want to hear about this. No need to expound everything. I'll follow up later with a more detailed report.
Raiders said something about finding a knight's helmet with a bullet hole in it. Did somebody important die?
A knight's helmet? It must be. 2 other knights embarked with us from the west coast. Knight Thornberry returned partway through the journey. Knight Connors gave his life in honorable service to the Brotherhood. Show the proper respect when asking about him. To think they held onto his helmet like a trophy. It's unforgivable.
How in the world did the Brotherhood lose possession of these weapons in the first place? It certainly couldn't have been anything you did, could it, Knight Shin?
That's classified information, Initiate. Not every operation runs perfectly. All you need to know is that we're fixing it.
Okay, I guess that's all I need to know. I'll report to Paladin Romani.
Ad Victorium.
And with that, we complete the quest, Property Rights. Next up, we'll need to report back to Paladin Romani about all of this and see what our next steps are. But for now, we'll take a look and see we got some pretty basic rewards for this quest. Nothing really particularly impressive, but the next one is called Supplying Demands. And that's where we'll start off next week. We'll chat with Paladin Romani and see what she wants us to do about these weapons that we've now learned are hanging out at Foundation. Remember, if you like videos like this and you want to see more, or you just want to see more Fallout 76 content, be sure to go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, check back in regularly, and now, Monday and Tuesday evenings, we're doing live streams. Those days may change as time goes on, but it's been a fun time so far. We do Fallout 76 streams, we're playing some other games too, so it's a good time to be had by all. But with that said, that's enough of this one. I do hope I see everybody next time. Till then, I'm Fisty McRib.